Again, John Ravenwolf, Raw Light. We're back for the second, third time tonight. I don't know. I've lost count because I don't know what's going on with all of this stuff. Hello, boy, man. All right. So now Barry Bing is on. Now Patrick's back. I take three, Barry, for sure. Yeah. Man, you know, Matthew's here. Hey, Matthew. Tracy's back. Thanks for having the patience coming back, you guys. Hey, I don't know what the hell's going on. Colin stopped by. Hey, Colin. Yeah, this is number three, and what time is it? Now, almost a half hour into the program and gotten nothing done so far. Barry's like, hang in there. We all have those days. I know. I'm sure you probably do, Barry, because you do a lot of shows and stuff for your Stones and things like that. Patrick says Facebook's fucking with my spirituality. That's so bad. That's so bad. True, but bad. Oh my God. Fawn's on. Hey, Fawn. This is the third time we've been on here. Fawn's like my tech person. And I should have got a hold of her. Like, what's going on with everything just getting completely wacky? The first time I was on, we were doing really well, and it literally stopped. My phone just it crashed. Had to reload all by itself, Facebook, and then came back on. Hey, Lisa, and then we tried it again, and then that time, the second time, we couldn't get Pam on. And then people that were on were saying that I froze. On my end, everything was going smoothly as far as I'm concerned. For me, I could see everything was streaming good on both, YouTube and Facebook. I'm like, all right, we're good. But nobody was commenting after like 5 minutes when I asked them to, and that's when I knew something was wrong. And yeah, I guess I was froze up. So, Jasmine, hey, long time no see. How's it going, Jasmine? Nice to see you. We're finally made it back. I don't know if you guys saw my gun solution video that I did Tuesday morning. It's only like 3 minutes and 50 seconds long. And I said that I was just going to, things piss me off or I get annoyed by somebody, that I'm just going to blast them. So this is what I think about tonight so far. And if you can't hear it, this is a Minion fart gun. I love this thing. It helps get out my aggression. Oh my God. Okay, so, and Fawn says my passivity level is 1M. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure it's funny. Okay. No, actually, Barry's like, you must be having a week. Actually, no, man, I'm doing pretty good, except for today. Later this afternoon, I got home, had some things to do, ate something, and then I just like felt drained. So I took a little cat nap. All right, here we go, you guys. I'm gonna hit the invite button. She's here. God, everybody just put out positive energy that all of this is gonna stay on. Please. Holy shit. Adding. Tiffany's. Hey, Tiffany, how you doing? All right, so Pam's on in a minute. All she has to do is add. I think what I should do is just sit here and be quiet and let her talk. I don't know, man. Holy sheep shit, you guys. Wow, it's funny, Turn it. Nah, that don't look right that way. We'll do this. It don't matter. That's okay. Yeah, I know. I have my hoodie on. I don't have my hair down or nothing. It's just, one of those days where it's kind of chilly and everything. Come on, Pam. Where you at? Robin. Hey, Robin. Thanks for showing up, coming by to say hi. Welcome to the neighborhood. Look, Mr. Rogers, I'm not. I liked him. He was pretty cool. Waiting. Oh, what do you mean? What are you waiting for? It's right there. I saw it. Here, let's do this. We get. Oh shit! No. For the invite, it says up here that you're adding on right now because I hit OK. Here, we'll try it again. This is so weird. It said you said invite, and I pressed it, and it said inviting, and then on the top it says adding, and it's like you're not here. So you're not getting it on your end, but it's working on my end. That's weird. Holy cow. I'm getting exhausted just by doing this, to be honest with you. God. So maybe we should change the topic and we'll talk about how electronics are not always our friend, and it's not even Mercury retrograde. We got to stop thinking about that. That's the problem. You started thinking about Mercury retrograde and you started thinking about this. Oh, that's right. And I was just telling somebody about that, Fawn. You're right. These flares, these solar flares that happen in the beginning of a week are hitting us and hitting the earth now. So that's what's going on. Marjorie, I love you too. She's calling me weirdo. Well, I know that. Jeez. Anybody that doesn't know that I'm a little bit off or got a touch of madness or I'm weird or, that I need counseling, you don't know me yet. All right. Oh, man. All right. So we'll hit add. All right. You're back up, Pam. Proud weirdos. Exactly. No doubt. So yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's so true. All right, but I just sent you that invite right now, and you should have it, Pam. Just because up top again it's saying adding. So come on, get on here. Yeah, the one night Pam was supposed to go on, we were having these problems, and it was so funny because we started at 7:30. I think at like 8:30 or 8:45, she finally got on, and it was so funny. It hadn't popped up, and I'll be patient. Well, shit. You know what? Take down your invite, and then I'll try inviting you again. And we'll go from there. Matthew says, got to stop thinking negatively about Mercury retrograde. It's not a time where things go wrong. It's a time to go with the flow and avoid actively paddling. Take the time to rest and adjust. Yep, with the change, no doubt. Yeah, I had to do that today. Yeah, like I said, this morning and everything, I was fine. Went down and started another tattoo, done an Old Soul tattoo in Canonsburg, PA today. I'll post some pictures after the show because it actually looks really good. It's a design that I came up with. My tattoo artist, Jay Adams, literally put it all together and is doing an awesome job of it. So it's pretty cool. It's all one piece, takes up my entire left arm, shoulder to right above the elbow, and it looks pretty badass. Pam, try it again. Send me another one because there, right there, it says connection failed. So oh man. Yeah, like I said, you guys, I'll go ahead and post them on my page afterwards. The other one I did, I should have put some more on it. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. This is a Lenape Native American spirit that we do. I'll give you a shot of this. And his name is Masingwa. And he is like a protector of nature. And we did that one the first day that I was down on Tuesday. Okay, there's your adding or your invite, Pam. And so he did that probably 45 minutes, under an hour. Uh, he's 30 years old, very definitely an old soul. It's funny that they call it, and I should put up the other picture too because it was so funny whenever I looked at it, saw the sign in there, and it did say some things like, don't bring in your kids, no drunks, and no psychic vampires. And I thought, okay, yeah, this is an old soul tattoo shop. This is perfect for me. So, yeah, it was kind of cool. No psychic vampires. That was badass. So Pam, I sent it. It's back up. Says you're adding on it, like you should have the invite. Uh, Geez, yeah, it's up there. There's nothing else I can do. The invite's there, man. Uh, Unless you want to reboot on your end and come back on, unless you've already done that. I don't know. But I'm thinking that the possibility of it is that that's why didn't feel well uh, later in the day. I mean, not that I wasn't hurting or anything like that. It was just like I had an energy drain. Uh, um, okay, so Fawn says because she keeps up on this stuff too. She has different resources that she gets her information from. There's been drops in ISP bandwidth. It's not you all. Brown downs between flares and weather. Okay, that makes sense. And it's sort of like what I was saying Tuesday night, talking about the Schumann resonance and these sun flares, and just so many things are in flux right now. And I knew that this was coming in the back of my mind, that the solar flares are going to hit, around today and tomorrow, and I completely forgot until Fawn had mentioned it. So yeah, that's our problem, with technology and everything. So it is what it is. We're just going to muddle through it. Thing is, if these waves of energy, solar flares and things get more, stronger and more often, then you're not going to be able to rely on your electronics as much. So try to have some kind of a backup plan, exchange phone numbers. Hopefully the phones will still work. That would be great. But who's to say? Debbie, hi. Nice to see you. Jasmine, it says you're adding. I don't know what's up, man. What the hell? Approve. Okay, you sent the invite. I'm sending it back. There it is. Pam, try that. And the new moon is about releasing, you guys. You got to do some releasing during this time. And I think one of the things that Pam was going to talk about, since we can't get her on right away, was she wanted to discuss the importance of discernment in sustaining a higher frequency in ourselves, and how the moon can assist with that by aiding us in the release. She wanted to give us a further understanding of how necessary everyone's good and loving thoughts are required on multiple levels, for the self and for the collective. And I think that's beautifully said, because that's exactly what it is. We have to stay out of our brain and definitely keep within our heart center during this transition of everything that's going on. I mean, like I said, just think of it. This 2018, in the month of March, this is the second month with a blue moon. You can't tell me, that it's just haphazard, kind of deal between solar flares and, planet activity. And it's like, oh, this happens all the time. No, it doesn't. This is happening now. And the best way to keep us, ourselves centered and balanced. And I know I sound like a broken record, but it's all about the meditation. It's all about the grounding, especially the grounding, you guys, especially now. And that's what I should have done this afternoon. And it was literally take my shoes off and go walk in the grass, because it probably would have made me feel better quickly. But staying in your heart center and connected to source and reconnecting with source, no matter how you feel, it's almost like you got to be a third person, that you're taking yourself out and away from your physicalness. You know, Debbie says it's a huge awakening year, definitely. And it's like I was telling my daughter Samantha today. She called me and she's like, "Dad, I'm having a bad day," and I'm like, "Oh." It's like I said, it's just recalibration, you know, and we all have to go through it, and it's different, you know. That's why I put up a post yesterday about what's it like, you know, in what you're thinking and your thoughts. And I had a lot of people saying that they were angry, and that's okay. That's actually a good thing, because if you're recognizing that you're angry or frustrated, then that is negativity, you know, something from your past that you need to get rid of. And because what she was saying was she had got a new deck of cards for her birthday uh, to read with, and she found that there were two cards that led her to what, you know, to a particular topic. I won't share that; that's personal. And then another card that definitely pinpointed it. And I said, yeah, that's perfect, because that means that's what you need to take a look at of yourself in order to change it and release it. But make sure that you stay, you know, centered in love, because love conquers all. And it's hard if you're not used to doing that, you know, to stay centered that way. Um, and Pam says the sun as well, pouring photons to assist us in the renewing. Yeah, and there's, you know, I forget what it's called, the negative ions and the positive ions that are out there. One way you can do it too is by drinking lemon water, and also if you add uh, like a half a teaspoon of baking soda into that water. And there's something about the baking soda, I don't remember what it is, but it helps the pH level within your own body. So if you do that, that's going to help as well, because it's electrical. You know, we are energy, but yet, you know, 75% of our bodies are water. So it's about stabilizing. So yeah, you definitely want to keep, you know, in the heart and everything else, but you got to remember that there's the physical part of you that you have to do. Yeah, right, Patrick, the alkaline levels. Um, oh, let's see. Pam says if you can invite me, I'm going to give it a shot. Hold on. Gee whiz. Yeah, right here. God damn, let's try that. They'll receive an invite to join your broadcast. Okay, let's try that, Pam. I forgot about that one. Oh, definitely fun. Spring water over tap water. Look, we've been getting a lot of rain. You are even close to a freshwater resource. Go get it. Seriously. Pam, I sent that invite. Let me know if you got it. In the meantime, I'm doing a simulcast like I always do with YouTube, and people on YouTube are like, who the hell is he talking to? Yes, chloride and fluoride calcifies the pineal gland. Yep, definitely. So, yeah, the positive thoughts and everything are fine, but if you have those negative thoughts and things like that, you have the choice in changing them. But at the same time, something I was taught a long time ago in the very beginning, when you got a negative thought, and it was supposed to be like whenever you're doing your starting to meditate, and you'll get all these thoughts coming in, but I find that it works everywhere else too. Whenever you have a negative thought, you literally have to say, okay, thank you. I recognize your thought. Now go away. I don't have any use for you right now. So if something from your past comes up, you literally talk to it to say, I don't care. I'm done with you. You know, I'm not going to be angry anymore. I'm not going to be frustrated anymore. I'm not going to think about that person that did me wrong anymore. I have better things to focus on. And that's one of the best ways to go about it. It truly is. Oh, thank you, Seraphis, for sharing. So, yeah, if you guys could share the show, would be great. I'd appreciate it. Hopefully that'll work. But, yeah, and the thing is that you have to keep in mind that you're doing it not only for yourself, but also for the collective, you know, because you're a part of the collective consciousness. And the more that everybody does it, then the easier it's going to get. You know, because you're literally switching frequencies. There's the people out there that are negative and, you know, full of chaos and anger and selfishness and everything else. And you're still kind of third dimensionally being pulled in that direction. So then you want to say, okay, you know what? No, I'm going to, just like I said, I'm going to let this shit go. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm going to focus on the more positive aspects of my spiritual walk. You know, put your intention there. And Pam says, after detoxing your thoughts, act on risks. Take leaps of faith this full moon. And that's, so what are your intentions for what do you want to do for this coming full moon on the 31st? You know, Seraphis says, acknowledge the thought and thank you for sharing. We are now focusing somewhere else now on something positive, definitely. You know, that's one of the best ways to do it. You're making that free will choice. You're redirecting your mind, your thoughts, and your actions. And, you know, there you go. Hey, Jamie finally made it back. She was having troubles with her phone over there in Hawaii. Sitting out in the middle of the ocean, I'm sure the solar flares was affecting everybody over in Hawaii as well. You're surrounded by water. It just magnifies it. Oh, man. So, you know, I was basically explaining everything that I had come up with, but, you know, I was waiting for Pam to talk about a bunch of stuff, and because she was, you know, on point earlier today about how she wanted to go through this. We're going to send her one more invite. Hopefully she'll come on. Let me know if that says here, Pam, that you'll receive an invite to join the broadcast. So hopefully that will work. Okay, Tina's on. Hi, Tina. Seeing some of your drawings online, they look really cool too. So, what are your comments? What else do you guys think about directing your thoughts? Never received. Maybe we can do it Tuesday. Remember, Pammy starts her book tour, Selfie Love, in Pittsburgh at the Inner Light Expo. That's at the end of the month. That's right. Which is cool, cool, cool. She says they're not telling the truth. Who's not telling the truth? Oh, everybody's saying hi to Pico. Yeah, Ann just walked in the door, and when she does, Pico goes crazy because she had to stop after work and do something. But all right, now we have the invite going back out to Pam again for, I lost count, so let's see what happens. Pam, invitation sent. It says you're adding. Let's see, what else is going on? Pam hit the white circle just before the thumbs up. What white circle? And she says she's not getting the invite. I sent it like, I don't know how many times. 3 this time, 4, something like that. It's not showing. Yeah, see, I have her on the top that says it's adding, and all I have to do is for her to hit it to respond. So I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I can only do what I can do on this end. And yeah, it is frustrating because you would like to do it. Refresh. How do you refresh? Not me. If I refresh, I'll go off. I already did that twice. I don't want to do it a third time. So, with a higher vibration, it does mean that we are at a higher frequency and intention in order to align our thinking for the best possible outcome, not only for ourselves but for everybody. And that's what counts. That's what you have to work on. Regina says, I stay positive most every day for patients, relationships, and myself. The past few days have been so hectic and all. Meditating, etc., better for a few hours, then it all comes back in. Hold on, let me see if I can get this. And no, Regina, Mercury's not in retrograde yet. The effects that you're feeling are all from the present solar flares that are literally hitting the Earth. Let's see. And then Jamie, she's over in Hawaii, and then hers froze up again. Oh, jeez. Okay, energies of the... Shit. I hate doing something with my left hand because then it screws up. You know what I mean? I'm right-handed, but okay. Hold on. Let me try inviting Pam again. Oh my God. Okay, the energy of the spiritual awakening are picking up speed and strength, as well as the strength of the wake of our reactions to it in society. The key right now seems to be remain concerned. Whoops. Solely with your own self and reactions. The chaos will be lessened for each of us if we avoid reacting to others' reactions to the change. Yeah, I totally agree. You got to keep it, in the forefront of your thinking and centered that everything's going to wind up changing. I have the adding thing up here again, so Pam, we'll just keep trying, honey, I guess. Oh, Joseph is watching. Hey, Joseph. Joseph, you and I spoke in the beginning of the month, and we talked about you had mentioned about a large energy wave that was coming. And can you please comment about, because we're talking about that with the new moon going into the full moon at the end of the month. We got a new moon in a couple days, and we've been discussing over the last few shows about how it's affecting us physically or mentally. And we're talking a little bit tonight about how to correct that, to get through this, and work through it that way. So if you want to, great. If you can't, that's okay. But I value your opinion. Okay. Matthew says the energy wave is cowabunga. And Regina says it's affected her physically as well. Headaches, and heart palpitations, fatigue. Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying is that it's affecting all of us in different ways. I mean, physically and, mentally or emotionally in some of the things that we're dealing with. There's a lot of shit that's coming up that we just need to deal with. But she also mentioned, I thought was interesting, is that you go into the meditation and stuff, and I've noticed this for myself as well, that you do everything you're supposed to do, that you've learned how to do, but it might not last as long, that you're feeling, okay and clear, because then something else attacks you. I was telling my daughter on the phone this morning, or this afternoon, about how I was feeling, because the day before yesterday, I was fine, and then it kind of turned out that yesterday I was having a pain right across the middle of my back. I'm trying to get this in here. Okay, here we go. And then also, then that went away. And then I'm sitting down in Canonsburg today, and then it was so weird. I got this really, it was almost like a Charlie horse on my left side. And I'm just sitting there. I mean, I'm not, I have my arm propped up so you can tattoo it. But then it started on that went away, and then the other one started on my right side. And I haven't had them since. So just know that this stuff ain't going to last. But you do have to put your intention out there and redirect it and just release it. Sometimes my grandmother, and she's like, this too shall pass. That was that mentality of like, we're just going to deal with things. We're survivors. It's okay. This is how you cope with this stuff. That, it's not a life or death situation. This too will pass. And sometimes if I tell myself that a lot. So, but yeah, I haven't had any of the headaches, but I have been feeling some aches and pains. And like I said, when I got home today, and I just fell out. I had to take a nap before the show. I was out of it. Yeah, so it makes a difference. It does, Oh, and yeah, perfect, Pam, because she says discernment isn't in the knowing that you're not ill, and that makes a big difference too. A lot of times when it's just ascension. So whenever you put this mentality, the attention on, like, okay, I'm not ill. This is all part of the process. And like I was saying Tuesday night, it's sort of like being a weightlifter. That you have to look at yourself as someone who is, look, no pain, no gain. And in your spiritual journey for the ascension to reach these higher vibrations, there's going to be some recalibration that's going to cause you some pain, and it's uncomfortable, but it's not a horribly negative thing. It's a pain in the ass. It's a nuisance. It's frustrating, but you're okay. Nothing negative or bad is going to happen to you. You're not ill. You don't have some strange form of dis-ease that somebody came up with a new pharmaceutical for on TV. Have you noticed that there are newer and newer pharmaceuticals on the radio or on television? I swear to God, somebody's just sitting around making this shit up. And I've never heard of so many different new pharmaceuticals. Like I'd say over the last 3 to 5 years, there's something new that comes out every week or every month. And that means that they're making money off of it. But you ever wonder what are the true ingredients that they're putting in these things? What are the fillers that they're putting in? That's what gets my attention. That's my question. Okay, so Pam also says, do you have your frequency sustaining list? List the top 10 things to do when vibes are low. Increase frequency to sustain a higher vibe. How do you keep yourself feeling good? No TV, try music, sing, stretching. Yeah, anything positive, is a good thing. Leslie says, how do you think that all this affects the animals? Honestly, our dog has been having some diarrhea issues over the last few days. And at first I thought it was because of the food or whatever, but it can very much be because of these solar flares and all the energy that's coming in. Today she seemed to be a lot better, strangely enough. But animals can pick up on things a lot quicker than human beings can. My cat, she's she's pretty wild too, because she'll come and go and everything else, but is like, in 1 minute she's fine, and then the next minute she's like right here in my lap and wanting my attention, and then all of a sudden she'll go hide, or the next minute you know, she might be flying around the house. Looks like she's like you know, attacking something or something. So I don't know. It's really weird. Fawn says negatively charged salts and acids in most medications. Oh, see, that's just, you know, they don't. Ew, that just sounds bad just thinking about it or just saying it. You know, Regina says I walked in the ladies' room today, and as I walked by the sinks, all the faucets turned on.
Whoa.
Everyone looked at me like I was from outer space. You are. We're all from another area. We're in this going into the fifth dimension. They're in the third dimension. Touched 2 lamps today, and the bulbs blew. You sound like Pam now. And what was that all about? Again, is our calibration of energy, you know, that how we're taking in these solar flares and adjusting to it, and at the same time is literally bouncing off of us, you know, so to speak. So, you know, Pam said that she walked in, what store? Oh, Popeyes, I guess, and all the lights went out. We knew a young lady here in Pittsburgh. She walked down a certain street, she shut down all the damn street lights twice. You know, so it is, you know, how you're taking in all the waves of energy. And so then that can tell you why you're going through this recalibration, and it's kind of hurting a little bit because of what you're dealing with. So this is funny. I'm gonna keep reading this. Okay, Pam. Yep, we'll try Tuesday. Okay, so Matthew put up a link. You guys, you can check it after the show. It's what's in a pill besides the active ingredient. That's cool. So Leslie says, yesterday when I was leaving work, a mockingbird was chasing other birds near the parking lot. I walked over to it and got really close to the tree it was in and talked to it, and it sat there and listened. I told it to be nice. Sounds like Blue Jays. Blue Jays will do that too. That's hilarious. Oh my. And Debbie says it also explains why all the computers have been slow, super slow at work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just like on here tonight, you know. If you weren't here in the beginning, this is the 3rd time that I've been on Facebook, the 2nd time on YouTube, because the first go around, we got Pam on in the first 5 minutes, and my phone literally shut down. I mean, shut down big time. I think one of the reasons that some of my stuff isn't acting as badly is because there's a certain Reiki symbol that I was given, actually as a Phoenix vibrational symbol, that I use on my electronics that keeps them from screwing up too awful bad. If somebody reminds me, I'll put a picture of it, because I actually put it on the bottom of the keyboard on my computer, my laptop. But where was I going to go with that? Hold on a minute. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of fluctuations in our computers and everything else, cell phones and things like that. Just be patient, you know. And let's see. Okay, that's it for the comments so far. So if anybody wants to add some more comments, that's cool too. Oh, I know what I was saying. The first time, yeah, my phone completely shut down. One of them. The other phone and the laptop was fine. And then the second time we got on, everything froze, and I asked people to send in like comments and stuff. Nothing was coming in. Had to restart that. So then I just deleted everything and then came back this time. That's why if it looks like I was late coming on by a half hour, that's why. Okay, Matthew's given us some updated information here. Solar flares, shifts in the UV waves of electromagnetic field ramps us up because we are made of carbon, like batteries. Photons from the sun excite those electrons in our bodies and make us a little, my thumb's so big, unbalanced and agitated. And then when we come down from it, we're very tired. Okay, that makes sense. I appreciate that, Matthew. That makes complete sense. Yeah, because like I said, I was just completely out of it today. I don't know. I mean, the first half of the day, I was great. And then all of a sudden, it was like, I walk in the door and it's like somebody, you know, took the batteries out of my back like the Energizer Bunny, and you just kind of like, you know, it was weird. Balancing, cleansing, and grounding practices are a must. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. And it's like Regina was saying, she does that, but notices that it doesn't energize her and keep her going as long as it used to because of these fluctuations of energy and these solar flares coming in. The old saying comes to mind, it's going to get better before it gets worse. Well, I've had a couple of my close friends and one of my mentors tell me that. So, you know, like I said, no pain, no gain. We're headed towards the fifth dimension. It is a higher frequency. We have to recalibrate. We have to get rid of this stuff. So just be patient with yourself. Be patient with everyone else and just go with it. Seriously, literally, just go with it. And it's kind of nicer to know that you're going through it, you know, with other people and not alone. That's why I put these posts up like, are you feeling this? Are you feeling that? And the funny thing is, I might not even be feeling it at the moment, but I'm being an empath as well. I'm picking up that other people are feeling it. So I think sometimes when you know you're on a journey and you're going through something that you're not the only one, that it makes a big difference. Remember when we were in high school, you know, or we're in grade school or junior high, and something was going on, we felt like, you know, we were the only ones going through it, and it was sad or hurtful or miserable or this or that, whatever. And I used to hate that feeling. It would drive me nuts. So now the cool thing is, guess what? We're all in the same boat, and it's all going to work out fine. You know, there is light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. I don't think of it like that. I see the light all the time. Sometimes it might get covered up by a cloud, but it's all right. Yeah, and then also what you eat can also be affecting you. I have, you know, every so often it'll bother me. Today, from my surgery, on the left side of my stomach, it was very painful today. It's almost like it's restricted, which I know it's not, but that's the way it feels. It's like a pulling of the muscles, and it, you know, we'll see how it is tomorrow or the next day. It's like, I think it was Matthew, what he said, you're not ill, okay? You're just going through these changes, and it's okay. So cleansing your body from being too acidic to more alkaline better insulates you and grounds you and are more receptive to the energy changes. Most definitely. That's why in the beginning I was talking about, maybe it was the first one I had to delete, but drinking lemon water is an immediate thing that will help you change the alkaline in your body so that you're not as acidic. And Jamie wants to know what is sprayed on what you eat. Well, Jamie, that's just it, you know. That's why it's always a good idea to wash off your food. You know, people in the supermarket industry want the best things, and they do spray things on them and all this other stuff. If you want to see a funny video, there was a guy who was washing chicken. It's on one of my pages. And he was using dish liquid to wash the chicken with because somebody told him He was supposed to wash the meat before he seasoned it. I guess you could do that with vegetables. I don't know if I'd want to. I don't use soap to clean my food, but oh, you said that. I had to share that because it was so funny. Because he's doing it live and he's looking and he reads. He goes, "Who told you to wash your food with soap?" He's like, "Oh." It's hilarious. Oh, yeah, right, Regina? Exactly. It's like you have to hold space and energy for other people that you're working on, as an empath and a light worker, and it's a challenge. And if that's why if you feel, you know, run down or something like that, um, you have to take time for yourself first. You know, um, give yourself an extra 15 minutes of preparation to work with somebody if you have to. It makes a big difference. Oh man. Hi Debbie Otero. Yes, she's down in the bottom of Mexico. I forget which country, but okay. When your pH is stabilized, you can better absorb and utilize nutrients. That is why pot farmers are so obsessed with pH. I never thought of it that way. That's cool. Okay, Costa Rica. That's where Debbie is. Thank you. I knew it was something like that. You can absorb and utilize nutrients. So you got to get the dirt, the right pH level. That makes sense. Debbie wants to know what we're discussing. The solar flares, because we got the new moon coming in, and the moon does affect us, even the new moon. But we're talking about how people are feeling, the best way to prepare for it, because these solar flares are affecting electronics, they're affecting us, and how that could be a negative thing that we're feeling, which is actually a positive thing because is helping us to recalibrate and raise our vibration, just getting rid of old thoughts and beliefs and different ways to do that. So Debbie, if you get a chance, go back and check out the show from the get-go, and you'll get most of that information if you get a chance. Yeah, it's 8:40 already. Been on for 47 minutes, so I'll leave it on for a few more minutes. So yeah, and by drinking anything to do, the meditation and the grounding is important. Anything you can do spiritually to help yourself, anything you can do physically in what you eat and what you drink. If you feel like you need rest, take the rest. Okay, give yourself that chance to recharge. That's the best thing. I ran across that last year. It was like if you start to feel this change, and get your rest. And I've been doing that. That's why it didn't make any sense today. Is like, oh my God, my stomach's hurting or my sides are, and my sides thing, like I said, it was one and then the other, completely separate body groups that were 5 minutes apart but lasted 5 minutes each. It's like, what the hell's going on? Regina says she went vegan. I try to watch what I'm eating. I'm eating more fish and veggies now. But I'm still a carnivore. I love food, meat of different kinds, especially if it goes on a grill, Regina. I mean, that's the southern boy in me that ain't gonna change. Having a hard time keeping up with the comments. Go back and read them. Matthew says, empathetic healers, you cannot let people leech off of your energy. Yeah, no psychic vampires. You gotta block them. Cut the cord. Get rid of them. But definitely help them. But go back to Tuesday night and the meditation, the white light orb meditation that I shared with you guys. You'll find that's stronger, and where you're taking this love and positivity and everything from your heart and pushing it outwards, that's your protection, not bringing something in to surround you, because you're not doing anything with your energy that way. Okay, keep a professional distance, and while you're with them, make sure that you're grounding all the time. Stamp your feet, grab a stone and throw in your pocket. Do something with the intention of grounding while you're working with someone if you have to. Yeah, because you don't want it to drain you. If you're at your, optimum pH, your body stops trying to optimize your pH and puts that energy into other things like healing. Your body knows it needs the balance to operate properly. And there's a little bit more. That's from Jamie Hunter in Hawaii. So you guys, the coolest thing about this is when you go back to the replay, you can always go back and read these awesome comments that we get from you guys, because this is what it's about. It's about sharing information. Yams, the root of our Mother Earth, will stabilize on really effectively and really fast. I'll tell you something else. Yes, perfect. Matthew was reading my mind. Any kind of root vegetable, beets. I got back into beets recently, and I could tell that it was something that I was needing, because when I ate it, it just, you have these cravings sometimes, you don't know what it is. And I put some beets in with some, the pickled beets with pickled eggs, and it's like, oh man, it's just like, it hit the spot. All right, Debbie, thanks for stopping in. She's got to go. And Leslie says she can't say enough good things about Shungite harmonizers. Okay, I'm going to have to look up, see what those are, because I don't know. But also, what do you call those? The Himalayan salt lamps. I burn one every night. And the water in the fish tank's running, so it's like you get a really peaceful type of thing. But lately, my sleep's been interrupted. It's just, all sorts of things are going on. And I don't quite understand it, but okay, so hold on, I gotta get rid of some of this stuff that's coming up, because people don't know that I'm doing the show right now. Regina says that I need help with that, John. Feeling and letting others' energy drain me. Okay, so Regina, send me a message on Facebook Messenger, so that we'll bring that up as a topic very soon, maybe one day next week, because we are going to get Pam back on here and do the whole new moon thing, since we didn't get it done tonight. But yeah, it's really a simple process. But let's see, I'm not a fan of beets. I hurry them, I'll bury them, I guess, in a sweet smoothie, and they're too good for me to pick a kid about. I hear you. All right, so from Leslie. The Shungite harmonizers are designed for restoring and maintaining the electrical balance of the human body and biofield, and normalizing all the processes that are keeping all the body systems functioning in the proper way. Okay, how does it work? Okay, and that's cool. I think anything that you can get is helpful. But don't forget about, oil essences and aromatherapy. Don't forget about different ways that you can use the other tools, like the stones and everything, to help balance you. The different water that you drink, like Fawn said, if you can, get fresh spring water instead of tap water. Put lemon in it to get your pH level right. What I'm saying is there's so many different choices in what you can do. Change your diet just a little bit. uh, that are more, you know, energy friendly, you know, foods. This gonna help you stay away from the junk food. First of all, you don't need to snack on potato chips and candy. Um, I mean, we all like to, but you know, make that a minimum as well. Um, Apple cider vinegar is another one. I know it tastes strong, but doing a shot of that is going to help to flush the body. Do a 3-day fast. If you do the 3-day fast, you want to use you can use it in a tea. You know, choose a tea that you want, and you can use inside in the tea or just water, but it has to be hot water so that everything will dissolve. Is cayenne pepper, just a touch of that, lemon, and preferably real maple syrup. And this is going to give you all the nutrients. And the nice thing about fasting is it flushes your body out. It detoxifies you. Even if you only do it for a day, it's still better than nothing, you know? So give it a shot. Look into different alternatives. Whatever speaks to you, do it, you know? Leslie says you have two stones. You hold one in one hand and the other stone in the other hand. Center yourself and sit for about 15 minutes every day for no longer than 2 weeks at a time. I'm trying to remember what I have. I have some stones. I don't have it handy. Yes, I do, actually. Hang on. Now I can't get it open. There it goes. How did I get wax on that? Wow, that's weird. You know, thanks for telling me about that because I completely forgot about this. I got this from my very good friend Peter Jarvis. He deals with stones and things like that, and he put this all together. You can find Peter's page on Facebook, but he came up with the Synergy 5 system. And you're right, Leslie, thank you. I completely forgot. I'm going to do this later. But there are actually 5 different stones, but the shungite is one of them. I completely forgot about it. I have so much stuff. You know, so many different stones, and my attention is being drawn in so many different ways. I forgot about it. Thank you for that. But yeah, I have it. It's right here. We're good. So I'll be doing that later. Awesome. Fantastic. Woohoo! All right, show and tell. You want to see it? I don't know. Let's see. I think it's somewhere else. There's actually 5 different stones. Let's see if I can. Some of them are clear, so you're not going to be able to see them too well. But there's a total of 5 stones in there. Okay. And it is a meditation kind of thing. And you use, I have a, oh, I know what that one is. Oh, I have my Merkaba in there too. I'm going to make a necklace out of that. That's cool. That was a gift from a friend of mine. But these 5 stones, yeah, you hold them in your hand, and if you have a crystal, or you have someone with you that can actually use the infinity symbol, like a figure 8, that goes around the stones, that also helps to amplify that energy as well, to get you centered and grounded as well. So yeah, wow, Leslie, that good timing. Cool. See, that's why I got great friends like you. You remind me of stuff. She was at an expo in Reading a couple of weeks ago, and there was a very knowledgeable fellow there who, yes, okay. So was he stood about 6 foot tall, white hair? Well, he probably wore a hat, but white beard, really quiet guy, but looked like a hippie. Because I know you went to Sylvia's Radiant Light Expo, because it's the only one in Reading, and I wasn't able to go this year. Because that Saturday I had to go to my aunt's funeral. But if that's who you met, Leslie, okay, that is Peter Jarvis. He's my very good friend from New Jersey. So, yeah, check out his page on Facebook. Anybody, Barry Bing has some great stones as well. But if you would like to check out these harmonizers, make sure that you go back and check out Peter as well. The name, oh shit, drop one. Okay. Let me hold up his card real quick. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, it's, I don't want to lose the stones. It's the Synergy 5. In Synergy, these 5 crystals will aid in the planet's ascension while assisting our individual fifth dimension experience. The Synergy creates a vortex of healing energy that harmonizes with our bioenergetic frequency on a multi-dimensional level. This is something that he discovered by himself. He was sitting with his stones one day, he was telling me, and it all came to him. So look him up. It's the Galactic Shamans Synergy 5. And this is, oh, it's backwards, but this is Peter. And, or you can look up LA Crystal Energies. And he is in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. And that's my buddy Peter. Yep. So check him out. I'm going to do that tonight, actually. I'm going to probably tape him in my hand when I go to bed. That'd probably be a great idea. Oh my goodness. Patrick says he's in Jersey. Patrick, I'll be going to be coming over to Lawrence Township, not this weekend, but next weekend, doing some past life regression stuff. Check out, I put a post up today about it. Let's see, I don't know what part of Jersey you're in, but yeah, I'll be in Lawrence Township. Regina says I use crystals, sage, Hollywood, and say, as I said before, the past few days, it helps for a little while, and then it all comes rolling back in. Well, we just have to stay at it, Regina. You know what I mean? Okay, so Patrick's in Trenton. Trenton's not that far from there, is it? It's been a while since I've been to Jersey. I can look at a map and I know he's boom, boom, boom. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I go through a large bundle. I break my bundle down so that I can burn my sage individually. And I probably go through one of those in a couple, 3 weeks easy. Sometimes you can use Palo Alto wood, you can use cedar, you can use sweetgrass, which I know I have sweetgrass, but I haven't burned any in a long time. I like to save it for the summer. Constantly burning candles. And I always have my stones and stuff with me, around me, close to me. Like today, I went out and I forgot to take them with me, but I had a one of my necklaces that hangs in my car, so I always have it with me. So very important to have those things to help you with your energy as well. Mugwort tea is like one of my favorites. Actually, I'm going to do that too. All right, note to self. Synergy 5 and mugwort tea after the show. Perfect. Works for me. All right. So we're closing in on 9 o'clock. If you have any last words, comments, please throw them in there. I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart and the center of my being for joining me. I hope this information helps. I like that we're a big family and we can share this information. I don't see this kind of thing on other shows. And I think that's an important element. You know, it's not about me, it's about all of us. So I think that's really cool. My time. Thank you guys for your time. You sitting and listen, watching me ramble. You know. And the thing about it is, there's guys like Howard Stern and what's the other dude with a golden microphone? What's his name? Rush Limbaugh. These guys get paid millions for doing this, and they ramble about nothing. They stir people up, and they're just a bunch of yahoos as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I think it'd be fun, to be honest with you. All right, you guys. Dare to dream. Keep your vision on making it to the final goal. You know, keep pushing through. No pain, no gain, if you have to think of it that way, or this too shall pass. We're all in the same journey together. We're all here to do what we need to do. We're all family. And as long as we have each other to lean on and ask questions and, you know, throw up stuff that, hey, this is what I found today, you know, on my page and I'm posting it and stuff, that's what's the most important thing, because it's all about education. And when you gain knowledge, you gain wisdom, you gain understanding, and you can just take it, you can breathe easier. You know what I mean? You can just, all right, cool. That was today. You know, tonight would be better. Tomorrow would be better. I have to go through it again, but it's okay. We're all going to get through it. You know, all for one and one for all, right? Right. That's what I say. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Dare to dream, and we'll catch you Tuesday night, unless, I don't know. Yeah, it'll probably be Tuesday night because I got a lot going on over the next few days and the weekend. But, well, I'm hoping we'll get Pam on to talk about the new moon and its energies working in towards the full moon. I'm not promising anything at this point, okay? All right, so thank you guys. Love you, and we'll catch you next week on Raw Light. Bye-bye.
What happened to